Hello, my amazing Librans. Welcome into a general next 48-hour tarot reading for you. Given the fact that it is general, please do keep in mind as we proceed to just take what resonates and leave the rest behind, or simply see how the next 2 days pans out for you. I'm getting a ton of messages for you. I got the number 444 as I really didn't mean to say it, but it came out as I was struggling to get this started. But the overall message I channeled for you was life becomes very rewarding. Life becomes extremely rewarding is a better way to put it, as I do feel the next 48 is going to be a very abundant receiving, earning time for you, where past efforts, current next 2 day efforts are very much paying off for you, okay? And I do feel this is a time for you to rediscover your passion for life. All right, this may feel continued to an extent, if not fully for some, but I really feel you are wanting to see more out of life. And I feel we mentioned this in your recent weekly read, but I do sense that you are thinking about the color and the lack thereof which within your world recently, and in general, and therefore making adjustments in regards to that. If you don't bring me happiness, color, even peace, then you're not going to have a significant or in general place within my world moving forward. If this job is consistently or most of the time stripping away what we just mentioned, or at the very least isn't creating it, then it's not going to have a place after a certain point within my life, and I will make a change. And so I feel like there's a non-settling, non-continuing kind of energy about you in regards to what just doesn't feel right, what doesn't suit you, at least at this point. I am me and I will make a change. Okay, yeah, assessing, purity, and release. All very much in alignment with what I was just saying, but I feel like it's a time period for you, Libra, where you're assessing and then applying yourself. You're assessing and delaying that accomplishment or that switch up, that change. And I feel Spirit saying, okay, well then when? You know what I mean? I'm not saying that you are procrastinating per se, but it may be a moment whether you're realizing it or not, you're intuitively feeling that it's not the right time to make that adjustment of some sort. And so then it will happen in divine timing. But it also feels like you're observing little moments of spiritual activity. And like Leo's next 48-hour reading, you do walk a very spiritual path. And so at times I feel in the next 48 as well, you'll be a bit up in the clouds, okay? Feeling sort of this fantasizing energy coming to be, or just maybe your spirituality is giving you that energy, that feeling. The stars are aligning for you is now the message I'm getting. And there's a bit of a sparkle in your eye. You can't help but feel the hunger growing as we speak, as the next 48 proceeds for you to gain more. I want more money. I want more appreciation, respect, honor, growth, love. I want better for myself. Great. Then go after it, but find the balance in it all. It's this feeling of you being so, for some like myself, and it dates back to how I was raised, so money hungry, right? Money focused. And in the next 48, they're saying, thinking about this sort of, in a sense, representing your path moving forward consistently as a whole. If you were to go 24/7 and focus upon managing and earning, or more so earning your money and seeing increase after increase after increase, what's going to happen? Given you're not an Energizer Bunny, you are going to enter and see an increase when it comes to that state of burnout, okay? And so we're really going to push you to reassess in that sense, or at least put your foot on the brake. But there's an expressing way about you. Combining this imagery here with this dramatic imagery, there may be a bit of a dramatic drama, even a melodramatic way about you at certain points. So I was just given an imagery of me going like this. Anyways, as I stumble a bit, the point is I feel there's release through expression throughout the next 48. For somebody specifically, it's when you are listening to music, singing, dancing, you name it. But I'm now being drawn to the purity card, and you can see this very showy, dramatic energy in the background. There is a purity about you in the midst of not seeing everything that you want to. So a very Two of Swords energy, you want to better see the way forward. You want to gain illumination, enlightenment, and therefore be able to take each and every step more purposely. But this is kind of giving you the energy that you don't need to know it all in order to shift forward confidently and trust yourself and your spirituality selectively in the changes that you have already made. But as well, I feel it's giving you the message that that you are going to make the right choices is what I'm getting. All right. They blocked out what I was going to say. Yeah, I just feel like you need to trust in the mystery at this time wholeheartedly, as I do feel you are gaining certain answers and clarity throughout the next 2 days, but you're needing to, yeah, trust in the mystery, okay? As I wouldn't be surprised if you are very much so, or in different ways, a mystery to other people, all right? Let's move on to the tarot. Yeah, it's a time to regain balance within your life. Balance, my friend. Healthy food, foods, water, hydration is all part of the next 2 days as well. You might be someone like myself where you become so busy that you forget to take care of yourself, to nourish your temple, all right? Moving on to the Nine of Wands, the Four of Swords, and the Chariot card. There's a peaceful sort of, I don't want to say wounded warrior, but just tired energy about you. You know, when you consistently or just in big chunks put in hard work and effort, even overexude yourself at certain points, you're going to naturally feel this tired energy taking an increase and just maybe coming to be for you. And so what does this remind you of? Self-care, getting your quality beauty rest. Take a nap if you have the time allotted to do so, you know, the space for it. The color purple, I'm hearing deep purple. There's a deep royalty and spirituality about you. There's a heartfelt nature about you as well. I really care, but I don't show it in the right way at all times. Or at other points, thinking back, I just don't show it at all. Maybe not knowing how to go about doing so, or not wanting to rock the boat, or say the wrong thing. You know what I mean? But we're moving on to the Three of Swords. There's something about some of you being surrounded by difficult energy, whether it's spiritually, in person, but I feel you in the next 40 have to go through significant healing. And I want to say we mentioned this in your past weekly reading, as Spirit is saying this is an ongoing process where the healing comes in different stages and different forms. You know what I mean? On one end, it's because you're feeling like the Nine of Wands to an extent, if not fully. And so you have to heal. You might find that this is due to past relationships, job, or financial difficulty. But I do feel like in the midst of this motivated period, you're being reminded of how protected you truly are, as you really feel the need to, the importance in regards to protecting this and that within your life, all right? I know that this connection is meant to go the distance, even with its difficulty at certain points and imperfections. So I'm going to protect it however I best can. You know what I mean? And that will involve the need for you to trust yourself and what you've experienced. But it may as well be, say, a work-related situation. It could be, you know, your housing situation. I will do what I have to do is kind of the energy. You know what I mean? But I really want to mention once again, there's a piece about your energy though, all right? I feel people almost don't expect the Libran energy to be this ultra peaceful type of energy, at least not all the time. And you're thinking to yourself, well, I am a peaceful soul. You know what I mean? That is a priority for me. But the Seven of Cups and the King of Swords, there's a wise way about you that is intertwined with a real passionate way of being. And I want to say that you are, standing your ground for some, speaking the truth. No shocker there for an air sign in general, but a Libra, you know, mainly. But I do feel as if it's a time where you have a lot on your plate for a lot, okay? That was very repetitive. You have a lot on your plate. You're feeling maybe a state of overwhelm coming to be, or just overstimulated at a certain point. They're wanting you to write things down, okay? Because you're going to find that this really eases the feeling of what's on your plate, okay? And they're saying step by step, day by day, one thing at a time. You know what I mean? It doesn't all have to be thought about, focused upon, to the point of more weight being given to it. Okay, a reminder in different ways and as a whole, what you think about, the way you approach things, the way you think about this and that within your life, gives it a sense of weight in a negative sense and a positive sense. But as well could work in the opposite direction, if you know what I mean. So, thinking about everything you have to accomplish in the next few days and surrounding it and even further out, it's not a big deal is kind of the energy they want you to give it, but also recognizing the importance of it, the necessity of it even, and maybe the special quality about it, depending on what it is for you. And therefore, they're saying it's like you're releasing that heaviness, okay? And you're releasing the negative energy that you're causing for yourself, and you're shifting on forward and simply, very easily, but productively getting it done, all right? So I feel, going back to the Chariot card, you're checking things off in just one thing after another. You may even find you're cleaning up your life. I'm getting things in order. I'm cleaning up my mindset, my mind space, and maybe even healing, once again, your heart space. There's something about a bonus coming through, if not a couple of different bonuses, that may be financial, but it doesn't have to be. Okay, bonus information is now what I'm getting. I just heard that click, okay? It's going to be an X48 where you're going to be gaining intuitive hits. I want to remind you to slow down your speech. And I know that you are watching this reading and thinking, you need to take that advice. I'm a Leo, Libra. I know. But when I channel to this extent in a reading, it just comes out. I'm very spoken through. I want to say I can't help it, but I can to an extent. We're reminding you you're in the driver's seat, my friend. You are in the driver's seat. What else do we have for Libra? You're reading the room is what I'm getting. You're reading energy. You might be reading tarot and or oracle, but I wouldn't be surprised if you're tuning into other people's readings as well. There's a significance to a show that somebody's watching, or maybe a movie, even online content, because I feel you walk a very guided, very connected path, that I do sense is providing you energy of importance, reminders, information otherwise. A moment to disconnect is of importance. Maybe leisure, laughter, you know what I mean? I don't know if that was correct wording, but I do feel they're saying when you release, when you use discernment, when you cut things out, and accomplish like a master, you receive again all of these rewards. Because again, going back to the overall message, this is a very rewarding time for you, where life as a whole is meant to feel and be experienced like that, more so moving forward. But I do feel the number 1313 is as well significant for you. They're saying throughout the next 2 days, take a hot second and smell the roses, observe the benefits of life, taste the sweetness of what is coming in for you, what you've received even previously. Because in the next 48, my friend, you are meant to experience life becoming more and more rewarding, okay? So if this is truly helpful, I'm sending you a ton of love and light. I'll see you in the next one.